Hello, welcome to Tea Time with Charlie and Brandon with me, Charlie James.
And me, Brandon Williams.
How are you, Brandon?
Very good, thank you.
Good. I see you're in high spirits today.
Yep.
Everything's going up, Brandon.
Spinning in my chair.
Spinning in your chair with no wheels.
Whee! Why are there no wheels on it?
Because one of them is broken, and when one doesn't work, Brandon, they all don't work. A bit like group work, but we'll come to that later. Anyway, first thing up in the news, which I think has captured a lot of people's attention really recently, was President Donald Trump. And that still sounds weird to say, it doesn't it?
Yeah, Trumpity Trump.
President Trump. It's just not a very president-y name, is it?
No, I've always thought it would never fly if he was a UK politician because...
We don't just laugh at him.
Trump is fart, but they don't use that word in America.
Yeah,
which is why I think he managed to get into power.
I mean,
and you hate to have a powerful Trump.
I mean, we've got Boris, but I mean, he's not president. But he's just
Boris.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
He's just like a very old child. It's like a young child with the child's hair in an old man's body. It's great. Anyway, President Trump has recently said on Twitter that he is basically banning transgender people from serving in the military. Which I speak for many people when I say this is just ridiculous.
Because it's the first stage of oppression, that is.
Yeah, it's going back. We're just going backwards, aren't we now? And my point to this is that if people are going to go serve in the army, absolutely respect them, of course.
Yeah.
People are going to go and serve in the army. And now they're saying transgender people can't serve in the army because of apparently the amount of money it will cost for healthcare and medical stuff and whatever. And that's first off ridiculous because it's already been argued that those costs are going to be minimal. But don't you think they could show just a bit of courtesy to these people? If they're going to go and fight their wars, the politicians' wars, then surely they can afford a little bit of healthcare for them so that they can be comfortable in their own skin whilst they're out there doing their thing. I think it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, but it kind of just falls back into the whole... I've lost for words now.
Yeah, you're losing your train.
It's so backwards. It's hard to comprehend because American military stuff, they're normally quite bad at looking after their veterans, especially with the whole Korean War and everything.
Yeah.
And the Vietnam War as well. The vets were just homeless. There's tons of them. But it's still, they're trying to get that better with the healthcare. That it's good that they had the option for them to get their transitional operations through the military with their health coverage. But now they're trying to take that away, and it's like, well, it's a personal thing. You should pay for it personally. But in America, everything's so expensive medical wise because you have to pay for it yourself.
Yeah, no.
Unlike here when we have the NHS, which is, thank God, we still have it.
For however much longer, I'm not sure.
Yes. People in the future may listen back to this and go, what was the NHS?
Free health service? God, mad! We have to pay £500 now just for a consultation. Actually, there was a little thing online. There was a little thing online saying how much it would be, and it was £40 for a half an hour phone consultation or £120 for a half an hour face-to-face consultation. I was just like, yeah, that's not going to go down well. Not in the UK.
I'd rather just Google it.
Well, yeah, that's what most people do that anyways. Go straight to Google for a diagnosis. It's not good.
Just, dear Dr. Google, my arm now has a second elbow. What should I do?
That does happen in some parts. Probably in Southampton.
Yeah. But that's a genetic thing.
This whole thing is just bizarre. I mean, they've already said that. I've lost my train of thought now. I don't know what I was going to say. It's infectious.
Alzheimer's.
They've already. Oh yeah, that's it. They've already said it's not a personal thing and it's just a military strategy. My point is that if they spend more money looking after people rather than spending that on warfare to go to war anyway, they wouldn't have these issues. And the fact that their priorities. It just seems like their priorities aren't in the same place, because if you look after the people, they'll look after you, but they don't seem to be getting that. And what are they going to do? Go into the army? Are they physically going to go into the army, onto the where they are, and start sifting out transgender people from their army? No, of course they're not, because that's just gonna kick them up. They're gonna shoot themselves in the foot. They're gonna shoot themselves in the foot.
You've just said about
pun intended.
It's not personal. It's army strategy.
Yeah.
I mean, what kind of army strategy is then thinning your own ranks?
It doesn't.
For other words, retreating.
It doesn't make any sense.
It's
but
just going to make them look weak.
hey ho, President Donald Trump has spoken. So
It's all business.
it's all business. It's just a military strategy. I can't really do a good Donald Trump, but that's my
I
impression.
can only do a good Donald Trump when I talk about the wall he's going to build.
Go on, do it.
Yeah, I'm going to build a great wall. No one builds walls quite like me.
That's actually
all I
pretty
can do. Thank you.
So thank you, Trump, for that. That's really great. You're doing a terrific job. Carry on with it. Yeah, just keep going. Moving on a lighter subject, but a very real issue. I don't know if this is an issue really, but I've got here on a little whiteboard 4,000. That's an important part of this. 4,000 McDonald's burgers are eaten every minute, and that is the equivalent to one cow.
One cow per min.
We've looked at a cow and gone, you know what?
I could eat that in a minute.
4,000 McDonald's burgers. That's a good idea. Let's do that. How crazy is that? I mean, we had a little chat about this earlier. How ridiculous it is that we go into a shop, we pick up like a rump steak, and that's just a cow's ass. That's a slab of a cow's ass.
It's a big bit of buttock.
It's just a big ass that we're going to go home, marinate in some onions, and eat it. I mean, how crazy is that?
Sounds delicious, not crazy.
And 4,000 McDonald's burgers every minute. I mean, that's probably just in Southampton. That's probably just here. That's probably just where we are. That's probably...
Yeah, when you think about it, there's not a lot of people.
No, it's not.
If that's one per person, that could quite easily, like you
That
said,
could
be
quite
Southampton.
that could quite easily, Brandon, be the same person eating those 4,000 McDonald's burgers
We were just talking about America.
every minute. I mean, I know a few people that definitely look like they've just gone into McDonald's and said, "Fuck it, I'll have the lot. I'll have all of it, all 4,000."
Just pour that fry grease into a cup and I'll drink it.
Just drink it down, yeah, straight into the arteries. That is a silly statistic. Is that something we should be concerned about? Is that something that we should be looking into? I feel like it is, but most people just enjoy McDonald's too much to even care about it. I mean, I'm not going to stop eating McDonald's.
I mean, it fits into the obesity crisis, and where people are just eating and eating for the sake of eating. I just think people need to calm down and rationalise and just go, do I really need it?
Just tone it down a little bit. I mean, I know salads aren't great, but I'm pretty sure salads aren't designed to be really tasty, are they? They're supposed to be like moderately
they're
okay.
Kind of like, they're just there to be nutritious and give you what you need that meat can't.
I mean, Brandon, if I asked you what's your favourite thing to eat at McDonald's?
Chicken nuggets.
Chicken nugget. If I say what's your favourite salad?
Chicken salad.
Chicken salad, right? With some mayonnaise, a little bit of lettuce, to keep it healthy, but
I like
it's
sweet
also
chili sauce on that.
You do like sweet chili sauce. You're quite a fan of the spice, aren't you?
I like it spicy.
You do like it spicy. A spicy salad could be interesting actually,
quite nice.
Because chili's supposed to speed up the metabolism, and salad's supposed to be good for you. But on the other hand,
speed up the metabolism, really?
Yeah. If you have chili, if you have some chili or something, it obviously if it's really hot, your nose goes, your eyes go, your ears go, your ass goes. So
normally when I have a cold, I normally have something really spicy, so it just clears my nose out.
Yeah, it gets out and it speeds up your metabolism. So anything you eat shortly after that will digest faster.
Didn't
there you go.
That.
There's another little fun fact for you. If you didn't know
Lovely.
that already. So there you go. You're speeding up your metabolism every time you have a
Yay, I'm learning.
every time you have a Subway with sweet chili sauce. It's healthy for you. See, there you go. It's all healthy for you. That is pretty bad, though.
Oh, God, you like Theresa May with a U-turn.
Oh, dear. I have actually ran in fields of wheat, actually. I used to do that when I was younger. Me and my mates, we had these big fields in my little village, and we would just run through them. It was great, trying to run away from the farmer as well. God, it's like something
That
out
and
of
the carbine harvester as well. Just
It's-
like shit.
It's like something from a bloody Beatrix Potter story, isn't it? Peter Rabbit in the field, running away from Mr. McGregor.
And his weed whacker. Ring, ding, 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 ding.
Here he comes. Oh, good lord. So yeah, 4,000 McDonald's burgers a minute. Everyone just, let's tone it down a bit. But equally, they are tasty. And I enjoy a good McDonald's every now and then.
Oh yeah, you got to have it every now and then.
Every now and then.
Every day.
But not every day. And certainly
Not every day, people.
and not every minute. we got something else now on a more stormy topic. Hashtag shitstorm.
Shitstorm.
Shitstorm. One of the things we were talking about was when we were doing our degree. One of the things that used to really get on our nerves was the wonders of group work. And group work is something that is supposed to be, collaborative, and you're supposed to learn how to work together. But sometimes you just have the wrong person in your group, and you just have those people who, don't get me wrong, if you've got someone in your group who's maybe a control freak, not naming names, it's good because they keep everything flowing. But at the same time, on track. You just wanna
have some fun. Why don't you
have some fun? And I was gonna say you just want to bash their heads in, but that's probably less hostile.
Yeah, just for God's sake, take a break.
We were doing at the end of our degree, a performance of Waiting for Godot. And it was fun, but it was also such an excruciating process because I think it was just a case of, I don't know, how would you describe it, Brandon? How would you describe that process in a nutshell?
Very slow Stockholm syndrome.
Stockholm syndrome. Yeah.
At the end,
no,
we loved one another, but during it was like a hostage situation.
No, Brandon, I'd have to argue that. Okay, I'm going to have to stop you right there. I'm going to have to say it was the opposite. At first, it was fine. In the end, I wanted to shoot everyone in that pod, myself included. I couldn't even handle it. There was a time we were in the pod, and I say pod, there's these things in our uni where you could go in and there's like a TV and you can do a presentation or whatever, and it's really cool. But when you're stuck in that pod for about 5 hours, you're just starting to lose your grip on reality.
I remember that day.
That day was such a horrible day. And we were laughing at the most ridiculous thing. And it was a picture. I think it was a picture of a puppy. And
it was a pug. It was a pug.
It was a pug. And instead of and it had a little caption. Instead of saying bark or woof, it said bork. I don't know why, but that really set me off. And I was just sitting there just saying, bork, bork. And we were going absolutely insane. I was red in the face. Brandon was tearing up. Everyone else in the pod was just kind of like,
come on, get back to work.
Was just like, bruh.
Cracking the whip.
Bruh. What's going on, bruh? And I was just, bork, bork. And it was so funny. And that was probably the funnest part of group work. Was just losing.
It drove us mad.
Losing our sanity was probably the best part about doing that group work, because you had to. I think we had to go completely insane to stay sane. So that was an enjoyable experience. But you always get those people in group works. You've got those people who they don't really make a lot of suggestions, and they kind of just go with whatever.
They just coast, and
they kind of
rest their laurels on everyone's coattails.
Yeah, they kind of just sort of flow on the top, and they do much. And you got those people that, there's the one with the clipboard and the glasses who's writing everything down and, getting everyone's input. And then you've got someone who's cracking jokes, and that's probably you.
That was me. That was so me.
That was definitely you. Here we are trying to put on a show, and you're just...
What can I make funny?
How can you make this more entertaining? And thank God you did, Brandon. Otherwise, we wouldn't have gotten through that.
No, we probably wouldn't have had that stick in a jar.
So that was fun. Group work, not the best thing in the world, but you've got to do it.
No. And let us know some of your stories as well.
Yeah, no.
Group work is a very thing that you have to do in all courses, and
you've got to do in life.
Yeah.
And it's the worst.
Oh, working with people is just the worst.
I think I was saying this earlier about how whenever we ask someone, what really piffs you off, and most of the sentences start with, well, when people, and I think that just sums up people, is that we just don't get along, and we all just hate things about each other.
Yeah, but we have to put on a front saying, oh yeah, we're very caring and loving. But when people do this...
It's a good thing we did a good degree in performance. Know how to put that on. Right, well, we're coming to the very last section in our little broadcast here. And that is the big question.
Big question!
That was good. That's a soundbite. We'll put that in. And the question today is, what is your favourite swear word? Now, try and keep this as family friendly as we can.
Family friendly? We just asked them to swear at us.
That's a good point. And yet again, another U-turn. Tell us your favourite swear word. Now, it can be as silly as you want. It can be as
blunt.
As blunt and brash as you want. I will say now...
Even just a chain of an insult.
I will say my favourite swear word of all time is bollocks. I love the word bollocks. It's great in every scenario. Just shout bollocks, scream bollocks. It's a great word. My mum always used to say bollocks when we were younger. I think that's where we got it from. Because it was a good... It's the way you say it as well. You've got to say bollocks! Bollocks!
It's a strong B word.
It's a strong word. What about yours, Brandon?
I don't know. I have to... Bollocks is a very good one. I do say bollocks a lot, especially when I stub my toe. Bollocks is the first word that comes out my mouth when I stub my toe.
Bollocks.
Bollocks. It goes. Shit's always good because shit is just... It's short, concise. It's got a good T sound at the end. Just shit.
Yeah, really enunciate.
Shit.
T's. Really enunciate the T's there. Yeah.
Diction is important when swearing.
It is. It's really important to get the desired effect.
Yes.
Very good. Very good.
But yeah, let us know your favourite swear words.
Let us know your favourite swear words.
Brilliant.
Tune in next week and we'll be here. So if you want to hear more, then by all means go and give us a follow on Twitter at TeaTimeCJBW, and don't forget to like us on Facebook at Charlie Brandon T.
All the links are in the description, so don't forget to like and subscribe.